Yo folks, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about gacha shutdowns, possible account losses with Genshin, Nikke, and more gachas. A bit of a rough week, but still some new gacha games, wall titles, and games coming to February, Gacha News Weekly, and more. Let's jump right into this. First things is the Twitter account losses. You can see it right here. Why is this happening? As of February 9th, they're making their API a paid server. So Genshin Impact is impacted, not to mention Honkai Impact Thrud. You can see they're going to be adjusting things so that you can use Twitter logins, or they're going to have to do a workaround. And in case you're wondering, Goddess Nikke of Victory, for example, has confirmed they will not allow Twitter logins, and they're going to be using the email bind feature moving forward. Even Alchemy stars are going to be using their email binding function moving forward. This is an archaic format. You could lose like your email binds and all sorts of stuff. So it's really sad to see that Twitter is doing this stuff and causing a lot of issues within, like, not just the gacha community, but the greater space. Hopefully this gets resolved. Maybe Genshin is not affected by it. They do some sort of deal or whatever. But, you know, make sure to just bind your account to Facebook or Google or Apple. Whatever you need to do, that way you don't lose hundreds of dollars. Because for me, mine was binded to Twitter, and I would be losing hundreds of dollars if I don't rebind it. Hopefully I remember. If not, I just lost my Genshin account, and that is big sad. But on some fun news, we have Honkai Star Rail. It is getting its final closed betas. I'm super excited to cover it. I did get access. And the biggest things, I want to talk about the changes, whether it's more fun, if there's more elements, more paths. I'm going to be doing a deeper dive. I've been doing my research on Honkai, on Hershers, and all the stuff, getting into the lore and Honkai Star Rail. I'm really hyped to cover it. I can't wait. We also have Limbus Company. It is now out for pre-registrations on Apple stores and Google Plays. Make sure to do it. But most of all, it now has a Steam page, and look at the release date. It says February 26, 2023, the biggest release of February. If you didn't know, I am so hyped to cover this one. It's not going to be for everyone, I know that. But Limbus Company is going to introduce some game-breaking mechanics where you can't just auto and spam. I'm sure they're going to have some sort of auto feature because it's a mobile game, but it's probably not going to be efficient enough in order to tackle the more difficult content. And think of this as more of a PvE grind, getting your butt handed to you by people who played Library of Ruina and all the Project Moon games. But regardless of the fact, I'm super happy to see this being on Steam. February 26th can't come sooner enough. And now we have Magical Girl Destroyer Kai Mobile going to be entering pre-registrations ahead of its April releases. That's super cool to see. And we have the Monster Strike gets a Speed Rush Runner style game. I'm really excited for this because Monster Strike has a lot of collabs, and this means this is going to be getting a lot of collabs in the future, right? We also have Love Live School Idol Festa 2 that's going to be releasing as of spring 2023. Can't play any trailers because it could get DMCA'd and whatnot. Just note, this is going to be happening, and it's really cool to see Love Live getting a new, stroke of paint on it and everything. We also have the Thrud Broken Heaven doing a second CBTs. I've been looking at the trailers, the gameplay. I love it, especially since I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy. The brooms and the witches in this way, I really think it's going to be something special, and the gameplay just speaks for itself. I really just love it. We also have Endless Night CBTs occurring via Bilibili. It's going to be happening from February 10th to 12th. You can still sign up. The gameplay for it looks kind of like Honkai Impact or BGR in that sense, but more to come as we get into it. We also have the One Half, or a chess style game, that's going to be getting a CBTs as well. In case you like what you're seeing, make sure to sign up via Bilibili, get your accounts and all that stuff over there. And we have Yoko Taro announcing a new game for Sega February 10th. Whether this is going to be, more Sinnoh Alice, Dark Fantasy based, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Dark Fantasy. It's Yoko Taro. Just know it's definitely going to be on your phones because the advertisements makes it seem on your phones. Well, provide you guys an update in the next week coming. We also have Hunter x Hunter getting a pre-registrations in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. So pretty much the CN regions. This pretty much confirms this game is pretty legit in their areas. And this could possibly mean a Hunter x Hunter game in the future, maybe even in global. So that is cool to see. And we have Zenonia Chronobreak is going to be getting a new, RPGs, MMORPGs to be specific. Hopefully it comes out on phones as well, because Zenonia is a classic game on our mobile devices. Probably one of the first top 10, top 100 games to really just break the scene. So really cool to see. We also have Uncharted Origins. I am curious if this is going to be a good game or not. Just want to talk about it because it has like little like boats and stuff, and I think that's kind of cool, right? Then we have the events. First things, the shutdowns. Alchemist Code is ending its service as of March 31st. Really sad to see. Had a bunch of collabs with Jujutsu Kaisen, ReZero, Fate Grand Order, 7 Deadly Sins. It has like a lot of collabs because Gumi's behind it. But because Gumi didn't have like a good financial quarter, they are going to be shutting this game down. We also have Love Live School Idol Festa 1, or like the first one. It's going to be getting shut down March 31st as well. Probably having something to do with like the financial stuff, but you know, the second version is going to be coming out with the new coat of paint that we talked about, so not that sad in my opinion. But EA is also shutting down Apex Legends on mobile because they realized, you know, games such as this should be played on PCs. And yeah, there's a bunch of games that got shut down. Usually around January, February is the time to cut a lot of games, mostly because earnings are just a thing, and this just affects a bunch of companies that have stakeholders in those things, but some games don't really care about this stuff. So Girls Frontline, you guys are safe in my opinion. On exciting stuff, Nikke is getting a collab with Chainsawman. I am 70 to 80% sure this is probably from data mines, and people are too lazy to make something as good looking as this. Not to mention the art is pretty original. I've never seen Power with like the cat on her shoulders like that. So I'm looking forward to this. It's probably not coming out for a couple of months, so you know, you might not even see it. Just take this image with a grain of salt because it's gonna be a while until we see more confirmation. But it's just cool to see that the art so far looks pretty great. I'm sure we're gonna have like even more stuff, you know, with 2D animations. I love Chainsaw Man. Also, F Makima, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. We also have Blue Archive 1.5 anniversary, adding 100 free rules. Make sure to check it out. Blue Archive is definitely ones that's popular. And we have Arknights Convention Contract Season 10 is going to be occurring. Operation of Ashring, pretty cool. And we have Helios Rising. This is going to be getting a huge update. Now, when I was looking at this Husbando game, I didn't understand what this game was capable of. So just viewing the gameplay, everything about it, I really like it. Hopefully it has an EN release if it already has an EN release. I just want to talk about it more because this seems to be a game that I would actually play on my mobile devices. If it had like a proper releases, maybe I'll do a first impressions if I find some time. That's probably really hard to do. But regardless of the fact, I want to talk about Helios Rising because this is a great looking Husbando game. I think it's definitely worth a look in case you guys are interested in those. We also have Heavens Burns Red doing a collab with Angel Beats. I think this is welcome because Angel Beats sort of fits the Heavens Burns Red scenario. Regardless of the fact it's going to be occurring February 10th, I'm really excited to see how folks feel about it. And 7 Deadly Sins Ragnarok Chapter 6 is now out for those who want to try it. And we have Caesar coming to FGO before the Lost Belt updates. And let's talk about some Genshin Hoyoverse stuff. First things, Honkai Impact 3rd, Kiana's Hersher's Finality and Mei Hersher of Origin. Their movesets got shared. And there's going to be the new banners with Yelan and Hu Tao. Hu Tao being one of the strongest pyros, but I think the new pyro Dahaya might be providing her some competition. So maybe hold off your gemmies and all the things before that is going to be releasing. And let's jump right into the IRL bits. First things, best of 2022 based off of Gacha Gaming. We have things like Arknights, Genshin, Epic 7, and NeuroCloud also for unusual mechanic Gacha games. There's also going to be, you know, Goddess Nikke Victory for like NSFW stuff, of course. There's a bit of recency bias and some people did not even know this poll was happening, but really cool to see, you know, all the results and stuff. Next up, we have the revenues. I know some people always look forward to this section. Some of you guys might be wondering, where do I get this stuff? It is from Reddit and Sensor Towers, but most of all, thank you to Me8T86 for providing all of this information. That's a handful. Just note, Genshin is doing well with its numbers. Nikke is going a little bit down. We're doing a little bit more focus on this one because, well, this stuff affects our Gacha games. So Genshin looking healthy. Nikke with a bit of a loss, but the Chainsaw Man is going to fix that, in like my opinion. Whether that happens in a couple months or not next year, we'll see. But most of all, a lot of Gacha games are just doing well. For example, Princess Connect is doing fairly well for itself. We also have another ones by u/Vizeroth. As you can see, 7 Deadly Sins, they're in the red because they lost 800k. That's not a lot of things to really be worried about. 7 Deadly Sins, Grand Cross is going to do absolutely phenomenal. As you see in global, they're making even more money because of the latest updates and whatnot. But yeah, just really cool to see a lot of the gacha games, you know, just doing well. Check it out, and hopefully your gacha game doesn't get shut down. But in the end, just play the gacha games that you like. Don't worry about the revenue stuff, because eventually all gacha games shut down over time. Just know that in the back of your mind. But regardless of the fact, just make sure to rebind your Twitter login-based games, because you will be losing your accounts as of February 9th for a couple of them. That's pretty much confirmed for games such as Nikke and Alchemy Stars. More to come for Genshin Hoyoverse games like Honkai Impact Thrud. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you out. There's just been a lot of things coming, but Honkai Star Rail is going to be the game that's going to be covered mostly on the channel for a little bit, and then Limbus Company at the end of February. Hopefully you guys are playing Hogwarts Legacy. It's been a really fun game, and you know, happy Valentine's Day to you from me. It's Single Awareness Day for me. I'm not celebrating it with anyone. So yeah, much love to all you gacha gamers. It's a lonely one for me, but regardless of the fact, it's still cool to share the content and share Valentine's Day in some way with you guys. But anyways, if you made this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram if you want to see adventures and what I do IRL. Maybe I'll be doing something for Valentine's Day, like as a single person. But yeah, that's going to be it. Once we have 40k subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day once again, and see you guys in the next one.